Good morning, students. My name is Rajesh, lecturer in zoology. Already in last class, we discussed about what are the topics you are going to learn in zoology in your first PUC. In the part of that, we are discussing a brief about all the chapters. In that, in last class, I gave you about three chapters. The first one is the living world. The second is animal kingdom. And the third one is structural organization in animals. Up to that, we discussed in last class. And after completion of that, what are the remaining topics you are going to learn in your first PUC syllabus in the part of zoology? We will discuss now. So, in zoology, what are the remaining chapters you are going to learn after the three chapters? I will give you now. So first chapter, the living world. After completion of that, you are going to learn the animal kingdom, and after that, the structural organization in animals. The three students. Let us continue the syllabus here. What are the topics you are going to learn in your first PUC zoology? Already I gave you three chapters. Now the remaining chapters we will discuss. After completion of the structural organization in animals, already I told you before there was three type studies. The type study of cockroach, type study of earthworm, and the type study of frog was there. Three invertebrates and one chordate type study was there. But this year, to reduce the syllabus, they temporarily removed the three topics: cockroach, earthworm, and frog from your syllabus. What are the topics we are going to learn here are only four type of animal tissues. As already I gave you, there are four type of tissues present in the bodies of animals. That the four type of tissues you are going to learn in this year. And after completion of that, what is the next topic you are going to learn here is biomolecules. The fourth topic or fourth chapter you are going to learn here, biomolecules. Biomolecules. You all know that what is a molecule? What is a molecule? See, a group of atoms, you all know that every material in this universe is made up of atoms. A group of atoms is known as molecule. The biological systems, that is the living organisms, also made of many atoms together form molecules that are actually known as biomolecules because that are present in the living organism. So we can call them as a biomolecules. The bodies of animals are nothing but a mixture of biomolecules. What are the various type of molecules present in the bodies of living organism, and what is the role of that in the survival of the living organisms, and what is the role of that in the structural organization of the body of a living organism that we have discussed here. Maybe you are all know that we are taking all these biomolecules, majority of these biomolecules through our diet. For example, the four major type of biomolecules present in the bodies of living organisms are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. You all know that, I think. In lower classes, you studied that. There are four important type of biomolecules. Number one is carbohydrates. Carbohydrates. Number two, proteins. Proteins. Number three, fats or lipids. Fats are lipids. And number four, nucleic acids. Nucleic acids. So these are the four major type of molecules, biomolecules that are present in the body of living organisms. Not only these four, along with these, some micro molecules also present in our body. They have a molecular weight less than 1000 base pairs. So they have less molecular weight, that are biomicromolecules, but we have more than 1000 base pairs, more than 1000 molecular weight. Okay, because of that, these are biomacromolecules. More than 1000 decibels of the weight. So that are actually biomacromolecules. Biomicromolecules and biomacromolecules are the two type of biomolecules present in the living organisms which have less than 1000 dd, that are biomicromolecules, which have more than 1000 more than 1000 daltons of molecular weight, that are biomacromolecules. For example, carbohydrate, proteins, and nucleic acids has more than 1000 daltons of molecular weight. Because of that, we can know that as a biomacromolecules based on their size. Lipids have less than 1000 daltons of molecular weight, but because of their structures and because of insolubility, and they are in the form of membranes which are not dissolved in the water. Okay, because of that, we are consider the lipids also as biomacromolecules, even they have less than 1000 daltons of molecular weight. So all the details we have to discuss in this chapter, biomolecules. We have to discuss what is the exact structure of carbohydrates and what is the essentiality of these carbohydrates, and classification of carbohydrates, and all we have to discuss in this topic, carbohydrate. And after completion of that, in proteins, see what is the main role of carbohydrates. Maybe you all know that in our body, which is the chief energy provider. The chief energy provider in our body is carbohydrate, the chief energy provider. So majority of the materials, majority of food materials which we are taking, that contain carbohydrates. For example, the rice, wheat, what we are regularly taking, that are mainly which type of food? That is actually carbohydrate food. And proteins, you all know that this act as the building blocks of our body. Without proteins, there is no chances for majority of the metabolic activities in our body, because proteins works in a different directions in our body. These proteins act as a digestive enzymes. Proteins act as a hormones. Proteins act as a carrier molecules. Proteins act as a antibodies. Proteins act as a receptors. So there is a diverse of action is there for these proteins in our body. We have to discuss protein structures, primary, secondary, tertiary structures, and proteins are made up of amino acids. You know that. What are the amino acids? Essential and non-essential amino acids, their respective structures, and all we have to discuss it. And lipids. Actually, lipids act as a storage food, stored food in our body. The food material, the excess of food material will be converted into glycose in animals, further will be converted into fats and it will be stored. So carbohydrates are chief energy providers. Proteins are building blocks of our body for growth and development. Proteins are must. And lipids, these act as stored food materials. And nucleic acids, they carry the entire information which is required for the survival of a cell. These are located in the nucleus. Nucleic acids are located in the nucleus, and these nucleic acids are of mainly two types in the animals. One is the DNA, another one is RNA. In majority of the eukaryotic cells, there is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, act as a nucleic acid, and it is a genetic material. The entire information for the transmission of characters from generation to generation is present in the DNA in the form of genes, and also the entire information which is required for the protein synthesis is present in the form of genes, in the form of codons, triplet codons in the nucleic acids that you have to remember. Okay, so DNA is the major nucleic acid in the animal kingdom, and very minute, very less amount of animals, especially the viruses. Some retroviruses only possess nucleic acids. Retroviruses possess RNA as a nucleic acid and genetic material. All the structures and all we have to discuss here. So in the chapter biomolecules, what are the topics we are going to discuss here mainly? There are four important type of biomacromolecules present in the body of living organisms. That are carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. In this chapter, you will learn about the structure, classification, importance of carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. These are the major type of biomolecules. But along with this major type of biomolecules, there are some micromolecules also present. For example, the vitamins are biomicromolecules because that require in less quantities. So vitamins are there, minerals are there, and also fibers that are also required. Vitamins, minerals, but that cannot provide any energy, but that are essential for various metabolic activities in our body. That are also we will discuss in this chapter. Along with that, at last, we are going to learn about enzymes. So the proteins which act as a catalyst, the proteins with catalytic properties are known as enzymes that cannot involve in the chemical reactions, but that can enhances the rate of chemical reactions. Maybe you all know that. See, for example, if you take a carbohydrate food into your mouth, immediately the salivary amylase which is present in your saliva will start working on it, and it will try to digest the carbohydrate food. The starch will be converted into disaccharides like maltose and dextrose. So here, this salivary amylase cannot involve in the reaction, but that can enhances the rate of chemical reaction. So with the help of these enzymes, our food can be digested in 2 to 3 hours of time. It will be completely digested and absorbed. But without these enzymes, is there any chances for metabolic activities? Is there any chances for chemical reactions in our body? Yeah, there is a biochemical reactions takes place in our body without enzymes, but it will require a long time period, a very long time period. Our food will be digested within 3 to 5 hours, maximum 3 to 5 hours. It will be digested completely. But without these enzymes, it will take 50 to 60 years, at least 50 to 60 years it will take to digest, because it will enhance 6 million times. Enzymes will enhance the rate of chemical reaction 6 million times. So that we have to remember these biomolecules. What are the next topics we are going to discuss in the part of zoology? In zoology, now You know what are the topics we are going to learn? There are 4 chapters I gave you first. The first one is the living world, and after that, living world. The second is animal kingdom. The third one is structural organization in animals, and after that, I gave you biomolecules as a 4th chapter. In this chapter, the major biomolecules present in the bodies of animals and also plants that you are going to learn, and micromolecules and enzymes also you will learn in this chapter. After completion of this, next what are the topics you are going to learn? Next, human physiology is a very important unit. It is a huge unit. In its total 7 chapters are there. In the unit human physiology, there are 7 chapters. First of all, let me give you all the 7 chapters. I will explain about each and every chapter. The first chapter in the human physiology, digestion and absorption. Digestion and absorption. That is the first chapter in human physiology. Maybe you are aware that. What is physiology? Physiology. Physiology is the branch of biology which deals with the study of functions of organs and organ systems. Physiology is a branch of biology which mainly deals with the study of structure and functions of organs, not structure, functions of organs and organ systems. Functions of organs and organ systems. So here, human physiology. In this chapter, we are going to learn the functions of all the organs and organ systems associated with human body. So physiology means it is the study of functions. For example, if you want to know to study the physiology of heart, what you have to study? The exact function of heart you have to study. How the heart of human being works. How many times it contracts and relaxes per minute, and how it can pump the blood continuously. Why the heart, the muscles of heart cannot feel fatigue? Even they are continuously working, we are not getting tired. If that will tired, what will happen? You are all know that. If your muscles not used, sorry, if muscles of part of a person will feel tired, that may causes for various consequences. Just I don't want to go over that. Just remember, physiology means the study of function of organs and organ systems. In this, the first chapter is the digestion and absorption. See here, we are going to learn the digestive system of human being in this chapter. The digestive system of human being. For example, in physiology, you are going to learn only the functions of organs and organ system. Based on this name, human physiology, you are going to learn. You are going to learn and you are going to study the functions of these systems. But without knowing structure, how could you understand the function of an organ? If you don't know the structure of a human heart, if you learn only function, will you get a clarity? Could you understand the concept well? No chances. Because of that, even if it is human physiology, but we have to study anatomy of human body also. Anatomy means the study of structure. The study of structure of organs and organ system. Study of structure is anatomy. Study of function is physiology. So we have to learn both collectively here. Because without knowing the structure, you are not able to understand the function of organ and organ system. So in this chapter, not only physiology, along with physiology, first we have to understand the structure of various organs that are present in various systems of our body. For example, in digestion and absorption, if you learn only the mechanism of digestion and mechanism of absorption without knowing the structure of entire alimentary canal or digestive tract, you cannot able to understand. Because of that, in this chapter, first we will discuss about the human digestive system. Human digestive system. So in this human digestive system, you all know that it starts with mouth and ends with anus. The human has a complete gut. Complete gut. Complete gut means the digestive tract or alimentary canal which has two openings. One is for ingestion, that is mouth. Another one is for egestion, that is anus. If a gut or alimentary canal has the two openings, we can call that as a complete gut or one-way gut. Always the food materials will transport in a one-way direction. Rarely, whenever there is abnormal condition, then only reverse flow is takes place. Usually, a one-way direction, one-way transport is takes place. So, human gut is a complete gut. We can call this as a one-way gut. But in some animals, like platyhelminthes, the gut has a single opening. In one end, the gut of platyhelminthes is closed. It is open at only one end, another end, it is closed. This type of alimentary canal or this type of gut is called incomplete gut. Incomplete gut. Incomplete gut has a single opening which serves as both mouth and anus. So this is the only opening which is useful for ingestion and also for egestion. But whereas in human beings also the gut has two openings. One is for ingestion, another one is for egestion. So human gut is a complete gut, and in the starting element is the gut is incomplete gut. So what I want to tell you here is, in human being, a very well developed, a complete one-way gut is present. It starts with mouth and ends with anus. In between them, there are various structures located in the alimentary canal. The alimentary canal of human being, it starts with mouth. That mouth leads to buccal cavity. That buccal cavity leads to pharynx. Pharynx leads to esophagus. Esophagus opens into stomach. Stomach will opens into intestine. Based on the diameter, the human intestine is divided into two parts: small intestine and the large intestine. At last, large intestine will opens out through the anus. Whenever a person will take food into alimentary canal, this food will be stored in the alimentary canal and it will be mechanically and chemically digested in the alimentary canal. And after digestion, all the food will be absorbed. And that food will be transported to various tissues and cells that will be utilized in the cells. So that is the digestive tract or alimentary canal. So this alimentary canal only not able to digest the food materials without digestive enzymes. So to secrete these digestive enzymes, some digestive glands are there that will secrete some fluids that carry digestive enzymes. So human digestive system mainly contain alimentary canal along with some associated glands. For example, you are all know that there is a liver, pancreas, salivary glands, gastric glands, intestinal glands. All these glands are associated with the human alimentary canal, and that will secrete various fluids that are essential for the digestion of food materials. Okay, that you have to remember. But for this year, in the process of reducing the syllabus, they temporarily removed this chapter from your syllabus. So you are missing this opportunity to learn this chapter for this year. In this year's syllabus, there is no need to study the chapter digestion and absorption, as they reduced the syllabus. In the part of that, they temporarily removed this chapter digestion and absorption in human physiology. And after completion of this digestion and absorption, the next chapter we are going to learn in the human physiology breathing and exchange of gases. Breathing and exchange of gases. Breathing and exchange of gases. Along that, in this chapter, we are going to learn human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. How the mechanism of breathing, actually, in this, we should mainly focus on the physiology, but we have to learn a basic knowledge about the structure of human respiratory system. See, while teaching this chapter, I will give you all the types of respirations. You all know that different type of animals have different type of respiratory mechanisms. Different type of respiratory organs are present in different groups of animals. In the first animals, Poriferans are the first animals. They are commonly known as sponges. In the sponges, there was no development of respiratory system. By simple diffusion through the body surface, they can allow the exchange of gases in between the body and water. So here, from the first animals to highly evolved animal, that is man, how the respiratory systems and respiratory mechanisms are modified. That you will learn in this chapter, breathing and exchange of gases. But we have to focus more on the human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. Maybe you all know that human respiratory system has two external openings. That is external nostrils. It leads to a nasal chamber. Inside the nasal chamber, there are two internal openings. That is internal nostrils are internal names. That internal nostrils opens into the pharynx. The pharynx opens into larynx. Larynx opens into trachea. The trachea is divided into bronchioles. That bronchioles further divided into primary, secondary, tertiary bronchioles, and finally that will end at alveoli, which is present in the lungs. Alveoli is actually the exact site of exchange of gases. Because of that, we can call alveoli as the structural and functional units of human lungs. So, the topics we are going to learn in this chapter. In this chapter, the structure of human respiratory system, which starts with external nostrils up to alveoli, the entire respiratory tract, the structure, and all we will discuss there. After that, how the exchange of gases takes place, how the breathing, inspiration and expiration, inhalation and exhalation takes place. What is the role of partial presence of gases in the breathing, inhalation and exhalation, and how exchange of gases takes place between lungs and blood, and how transport of gases takes place. What is the role of hemoglobin in the transport of gases? And how carbon dioxide will be transported from the tissues to lungs again. All the topics you will learn in this chapter, breathing and exchange of gases. And also you will learn various common diseases that are associated with this human respiratory system. Some diseases which commonly affects the respiratory system of human being. Also, you will learn here in the chapter breathing and exchange of gases. So that is the second chapter actually. But this year we will start first. We will start that chapter first in human diseases. Right? After completion of that, breathing and exchange of gases. And after breathing and exchange of gases, what is the next topic you are going to learn here is body fluids and circulation. Body fluids and circulation. Body fluids and circulation. Body fluids and circulation is the next concept. Next chapter we are going to learn in human physiology. In this chapter, what are the concepts we are going to learn? In this chapter, you will focus and learn about the circulatory system of human being. The circulatory system of human being. You all know that the circulatory system of human being possesses a central pumping organ that is heart, and there is a body fluids. Two type of body fluids are present in the circulatory system. One is blood, another one is lymph. So there are two type of body fluids, blood and lymph are present. In the blood, you all know that there is blood cells and also blood plasma. Blood plasma and blood cells are there. For your understanding, I am using the terminology, common terminology. But formed elements is the correct word we have to use for the blood cells. So human blood contains two parts. One is liquid part, another one is solid part. The liquid part is blood plasma. It is a fluid part or liquid part in our blood. And formed elements are blood cells. There are three types of blood cells present in our blood. RBC, that is the red blood corpuscles, WBC, white blood cells or white blood corpuscles, and platelets, that is the thrombocytes. Okay, so thrombocytes, which play an important role in the clotting of blood. There are three types of cells: blood cells, RBC, WBC, platelets. RBC is also known as erythrocytes. WBC are also known as leukocytes, and platelets are also known as thrombocytes. We have to discuss about all the three type of blood cells here, and also we have to discuss the composition of blood plasma, and after that we have to study the structure of human circulatory system. In that, mainly we have to discuss about the structure of human heart. Maybe you all studied the structure of human heart in your lower classes, but here some more details you are going to learn about human heart. And after that, blood vessels, which are essential for the closed type of circulatory system. As animals like human beings, there is a closed type of circulatory system. And blood vessels, you are all that there are arteries, veins, capillaries, or three type of blood vessels are present. The topics also we are going to learn in this chapter of body fluids and circulation. Okay. At last, in every chapter of human physiology, we are going to learn the common diseases of that particular system. What are the common diseases that affect that particular system? We have to learn. Okay. Understood? So here, the human circulatory system, in the body fluids, heart, blood vessels, and after that mechanism of function of heart, how heart can function. Heart works continuously and how it will pump the blood. All the topics we will learn here in the chapter of body fluids and circulation. And after completion of this chapter in human physiology, the next chapter, excretory products and their elimination. Excretory products and their elimination. Excretory products and their elimination. In this chapter, we are going to learn human excretory system. Human excretory system. Maybe you all know that. What are the excretory organs in human being? A pair of kidneys act as a main excretory organs in human being. The chief excretory organs in human being is a pair of kidneys. So in this chapter, you will learn the structure of human kidney, the external morphology, and also internal anatomy of kidneys. And you all know that the kidneys of human being contain urinary tubules or nephrons. Nephrons are the sites of urine formation. What is the main function of this kidneys? Kidneys will continuously filter our blood. What are the nitrogenous waste that formed in various metabolisms in our body will be filtered and that will be separated. After that, it will be dissolved in the water in the nephrons that leads to formation of urine. This urine will be sent out. So during various metabolisms, either during the digestion and absorption, or breathing process, or circulation, during all this metabolism, there is formation of nitrogenous waste. Especially, whatever the food you will take into your alimentary canal after digestion, that will be absorbed and transported to various tissues in the body. After that, that will be utilized in the cell. That will be burned in the cell with the help of gases which are taken by the respiratory system. After burning of this, there will be production of some nitrogenous waste. The chief nitrogenous waste is ammonia in every animal, but based on the availability of water to excrete, this ammonia may convert into urea or uric acid or some other respiratory products like guanine or amino acids like that. But mainly there are ammonia, urea, and uric acid. And how this ammonia will be converted into urea in the liver of human being. That also is popular. Actually, ammonia will be converted to urea in the liver. Then this urea will be transported to the kidneys, and the urine will be formed in the kidneys by the process of urine formation in the nephrons of the kidneys. So you have to learn the location, structure, morphology, and internal anatomy of this. After the structure of nephron, and what is the role of nephrons in the urine formation, how urine will be formed, and if there is any defect in the kidney, or if there is any defect in the urine formation, what will the effects of nitrogen states on the body or other systems of the body you are going to learn here. Not only in human being, to understand the evolution of respiratory system in the animals, we have to learn the comparative anatomy and physiology of respiratory system from the porifera to chordata. In poriferans, the first animals, the least developed animals, they exhibit only cellular level of organization, there was no tissues. In that animals, how the respiratory products will be eliminated, how the expiration will take place. So there is no organs. By simple diffusion, they can release this, the respiratory products in surrounding water. What about next phylum? There is also a simple diffusion process. Maybe you are all know that. So in primitive animals, there was no particular respiratory systems. In Nidaria, whereas in Ctenophora also, there was no respiratory organs. In Porifera, Nidaria, Ctenophora, these are the first three phyla in the Mammalia. The first animals are poriferans that are evolved as a Nidarians. Nidarians was evolved as a Cnidarians that are nothing but Ctenophores. We will discuss all the comparative or evolutionary study of respiratory systems in various group of animals. Along with that, we have to focus more on human respiratory system. Okay, anatomy as well as physiology also we have to study here. And after completion of respiratory products and their elimination, the next topic you will learn here in human physiology. In human physiology, that is locomotion and movement. Locomotion and movement. So in this chapter, locomotion and movement, maybe you have studied already this, what is locomotion, what is movement. For example, if I am moving my hand up and down, is it locomotion or movement? So it is just a movement. We cannot consider this as a locomotion. Why? Locomotion means any movement which leads to change in the position, means change in the place of an organism is locomotion. Any movement which leads to change in the place of an organism is locomotion. For example, observe here, I am just moving my hand, but my place is not changed. So it is just a locomotion. At the time of teaching, my tongue is continuously moving, my lips are continuously moving, my eyes are continuously moving. That cannot change my body location. So that cannot change our location. It is just a movement. But if there is a movement in my legs, what will happen? Due to this movement, my place is changed from there to here. My location is changed from there to here. This type of movements are called locomotion. This type of movements are called locomotion. So all movements cannot cause us for changing the place or location of an organism. So all movements are not locomotions, but all locomotions takes place only by movement. Without movement of legs, we cannot change our place. No. So here in this chapter, you are going to learn locomotion and movement. How the locomotion takes place in the animals. Locomotion is carried out by different types, either by walking, running, flying, jumping, swimming, rolling, creeping. All this will changes the place of an organism from one point to another point. That will changes the location of organism. So we can call that as a locomotion. So locomotion is carried out in different patterns, different ways, either in the form of running, either in the form of swimming, either in the form of jumping, either in the form of flying, either in the form of creeping or crawling. The organism will change its place. But without movement, it is not possible. Movements may take place without locomotion. Locomotion never takes place without movement. So all the locomotions are movements, but all the movements are not locomotions. That you should keep in your mind. All the details of that, how human being can able to perform movement and locomotion. For example, if I want to raise my hand, I can rise immediately. How it takes place? What is the mechanism in this raising of my hand? What are the structures involved in this? There are muscles, there are bones. Without muscle contraction, I cannot raise my hand. And without bone, there is no support to raise my hand. So the muscles and bones together helps in the movement. That movements may causes for locomotion. Some movements may causes for locomotion. So what are the structures mainly involved in the locomotion and movement are muscles and bones. Muscles and bones. In this chapter, you are going to learn two systems which always works in coordination. One is skeletal system, another one is muscular system. There are around 640 muscles in our body, and there are around 206 bones in adult human being. How these bones and muscles works together, works in coordination, that leads to movement and locomotion. That all details we will learn here. So in locomotion and movement, the human muscular system, there are muscular tissue already you know. There are three different type of muscles are there. There are three type of muscles are there. In the chapter body fluids and circulation, you will learn about cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles which are present in our heart. But in this chapter, you will learn the skeletal muscles, the muscles which are always associated or attached with the bones that you will learn here. And smooth muscles are visceral muscles. You will learn in digestion and absorption and other chapters. The smooth muscles. There are three types of muscles. Smooth muscles, are visceral muscles, cardiac muscles, and skeletal muscles. Here, the structure of skeletal muscles and function of skeletal muscles will be discussed. Along with that, 206 bones which are present in our body together form skeletal system, and also it possesses various type of joints also. That all we will discuss in this chapter. Okay, but in the process of reducing syllabus, this chapter also you are not going to learn. But this is very interesting. Usually every year the students, by the completion of this chapter, they will always found the bones in their body. They will check their bones, whether there are 206 or more or less. Always they are searching for that. And every year, by the completion of this chapter, the students happily say all the 206 bones in their bodies. But this year, you are missing that opportunity. But no problem, if you have interest, we will discuss all this also. So that are the five chapters in human physiology. Still two more chapters are there. One is neural control and coordination, another one is chemical coordination and integration. That are coordination or regulation processes in our body. We will discuss about the two chapters in next class. And after that, after completion of syllabus discussion, we will start the first chapter, living world.